Welcome to the stream. Today is... Oh, fuck, that's not even the starting soon screen, is it? Today is July 24th, 2019. That's not today's date on the screen. What's going on there? Anyways, yeah, so today is a 2-hour track challenge premiere stream, which means I'll start off by doing a 2-hour track challenge premiere, and then we'll, from there, we'll switch over to working on the 2-hour album challenge site that I've been working on slowly on Wednesdays. So anyways, let me just switch over to not that either, that there. Hit my stream marker button, and then I'll get started. I completely lost my cursor. There it is. Welcome to the 2-hour track challenge premiere for July 11th, 2019. Every week I like to find a couple hours to make a piece of music within the time limit of 2 hours, push my creative boundaries in that way. Also give me a chance to experiment with different styles, or making songs that I don't fit in my larger projects. My thought process just went into a different universe there. Sometimes this comes out with a cool result, so I like to share it with the world. First, a couple weeks later, this is the live premiere on Twitch. Then I'll take a look at how I made the song, and make sure I have a title for it, and then make a quick video for it, so that I can push it to YouTube for Saturday. So we'll get started by playing the song. It's probably one of the weirder 2-hour track challenges I've done. I'll say that right off the bat here. So I started off this. I have no idea why there's a timer going up there, but custom sauce for some days. Just ignore that. Anyways, this take a look at how this track was made. Let me start that so that we can all hear what I'm actually doing here. So the original concept of this song was like I had no ideas when I first sat down to, well, I say sat down, but not really when I sat on a desk. When I first came in to make the song, I had no idea what I was actually going to do. But I knew I wanted to do something because I do something every week. And it occurred to me that the date was July 11th, which is 7/11, which reminded me of Snake Eyes by Alan Parsons Project. And then from that point, my brain just started going into this old going into a whole bunch of old prog rock stuff. And that's kind of how the song was born. So I started off with a bunch of random sound effects. I think these are all from Ben Burns' Delicates sample pack. I believe. Yeah, that sounds about right. But I do have a whole bunch of effects on this channel, including Bit Crusher. I got a flanger and then a compressed vinyl distortion. A utility just to fade it in a little bit. That's on automation. That's the wrong one. Yeah, just so that this really slow fade in here to start off. And this channel also has, other than that massive EQ, oh man, a whole bunch of effects after that still. Another compressor, a reverb, a delay, an autopan. I don't look at these projects for 2 weeks after I make the track, so sometimes I don't remember when I do a whole bunch of things like that. But then this track also has just completely random. Ben just posted something in Discord, and I'm curious what it is. A humanly random automation on the flangers, dry and wet, as well as the dry. Actually, that's somewhere else. Okay, that's. Never mind about the delayed automation for now. The flanger is just kind of going up and down in its own direction, just to give it a little bit of a difference rather than same state of flanger. I should turn this down. Just make cool effects like that. Yeah. So I just clicked random spots and just made random slopes. This looks like it was copied and pasted, but it's still pretty random to that point. And then eventually the electric guitar comes in along with the electric bass. I did the electric guitar in a stereo fashion. So I have one guitar playing on the left, one guitar playing on the right, and it ended up doing this like bass note chord thing, but I only did one channel at a time, partially because I couldn't switch my chords that fast. I already had enough time keeping this under the time limit as it was. So yeah, they just kind of take turns, and these are panned hard left and hard right, so it's a bit of a weird effect where if I take out my right earbud, I'll hear that one really well, but this next one here, I basically hear nothing. I can kind of hear it, but it's all over here. I know some people don't like hard panning, but since I was kind of going for psychedelic prog rock sort of stuff, I figured it was okay. And then the electric bass on plays a whole note on the chord, or held note. And then there's this weird section in the middle here where both guitar sides play a little rhythm on this chord. That's way too loud. Bass just a simple little thing here. And then it goes off on this little melody. And then back to this whole thing. And the structure of this song, like I was sort of experimenting with progressive structures a lot in this one, and really looking back, there's a lot of things that I would have done differently. Like this section here should be lasting quite a bit longer, and this next section here comes very suddenly, which we'll get to that in just a minute here. But that's the kind of thing where, you know, I'm on a time limit, and part of why I do this is, you know, when I come up with an idea like that, sometimes I come up with the idea right as the 2 hours start, and it's just pushing myself to actually figure out how to implement this idea effectively in the 2 hours, which sometimes works better than other times. So anyways, the bass at the end here, the bass kind of goes off and does its own little melody again, including a lot of slides. And then it just kind of stops. And if I remember correctly, I think I was working on this beginning part knowing that I wanted to speed it up. After a little while, and if I had more time, if I wasn't doing a 2-hour track challenge and I wanted to actually give this a lot of time to give this a lot more love, then I would have definitely extended this intro part here, because I could imagine this being a song that goes on ridiculously long with a ridiculously long intro. But yeah, so the first part ends with this little melody on the bass guitar, and it just kind of stops because I didn't really know where the song was going yet. I ended up keeping that take, but the drums just start up at that point. There's something wrong where EC Drummer doesn't always play. Oh yeah, and I switched to 2/4 at one just briefly there, because it felt like it felt like 4 beats was far too many before the drums start there. But yeah, so the drums go off on their own for a little bit there, for a few bars. Of course, switching to 2/4, Easy Drummer doesn't understand that concept, so everything is on the half bar now. But that's just something I gotta deal with, gotta live with. Nope. So anyways, yeah, that goes on for a bit, and then I just sort of played bass over top of it, and I never did get around to making an electric guitar part, so it's just drums and bass for the middle part of the song. Which I think is pretty cool, but also kind of missing the it's missing that part for sure. I ran out of time. Didn't have time to decide how the guitar was going to work in the beginning part. But yeah, then eventually the drums, this middle section comes to a close. Bass kind of ends as suddenly as the drums do, and it goes back to that sort of first section, except there's also a cymbal hit every few bars here. It's every time the chord hits, basically. There's a cymbal hit on that drum kit. The crinkling's back, This is a new recording. And then the ending is just a bass and a couple drums. So overall, I guess when you look at it in a way, it's sort of simple. It's just I was going a little bit crazy trying to find some crazy structure. Was the big challenge in this one. Probably not any automation on these, I don't think. Let me just double check. Yeah, no. But yeah, just guitar rigs on the guitar tracks, and then a little bit of mixy effects for the for both guitars. And that's a ping pong delay, so that's why you can kind of hear the single-sided guitars in the other side. Again, just a guitar rig for the bass. Fix the EQ. Add a little bit of a saturation since it was such a prominent part of the song. Saturation kind of helps that a bit, I find. And then compress for the drums. A quick fade out on the master, just to make sure there's nothing ringing out before the song officially closes, because I don't want it to suddenly. I try to not make songs suddenly stop. Obviously, I did last weekend, but that's a different story. I was trying something fun there. So I need a name for this song, and I have one written down that does sort of mess around with digging up the records. Is the name that I was thinking. Here, I'll play the song here again. So digging up the records it references like records like I put on a turntable. Like I have sort of a friendly card on record. But it also kind of implies that you need to take some time to dig things up, and I guess you could pull a narrative out of that based on the song structure here. Yeah, it's the only title that I've thought of so far. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with that one. Let me put that in here. Digging up the records. I know my capitalization's all fucky there. Export that. Save, and then I gotta drop it on the other document as well. Yeah, so I guess I never mentioned that if the drums started a little bit earlier here, it would help tie with the first section in with the section, rather than, because right now it just kind of sounds like a new song just started. And again, that's part of why I do this, to look back and learn, sort of figure out where I went wrong when I was in that mind space, so I can keep it in mind for future times that I make music like this. Digging up the records, and then let me minimize that. Take a screenshot of this part here so I can get some drums in there as well. No, why do you do this? I don't understand what it's grabbing there. Oh, that's not what I want. Put that picture here. So this will be the thumbnail for when this video is isolated from the rest of the stream. 7-Eleven, close, save, boom. I can close that now. And I just gotta make up a quick video so that I can put this up on YouTube on Saturday. Oh, try this folder. Video, visualizer script. Because I make these videos normally with the command line. 7-Eleven. You know, there are a few exceptions every 3 months or so, and that's actually next week that I have an exception where I'm spending a little bit more time on the video. But that's not yet. That's actually, I guess that's the next thing that I was gonna mention is the next 2 hour track challenge I did, which is July 20th, and it's honestly a bit of a wild ride. It's the song I made for the 2 hour album challenge, Volume 7, in which the theme was change. And I did not know the theme was until the night before. Until the night before I made that song, by the way. So don't get any ideas if that's why I was doing prog rock this week. But anyways, that will be premiering on July 31st, 2019 at twitch.tv/ADDFtoxic. Right. Okay. Time to shift the stream. Because that's about all for the premiere part of this. So let me just make that minimize. Switch this to experimenting. How do I usually call this? Experimenting with A2 Excite design. I'm going to say this is science and technology. Web development, programming, software development. Update that. Switch this back to my normal output, or else I'll get confused tomorrow when I can't hear shit when I'm trying to listen to music at work. Close that. That finished. I want to see what this is. Yeah, I thought so. I made a clip in Ben Burns' stream earlier today, and he just shared it to his Discord. Speaking of Discord, I just clicked Discord and I didn't mean to. So I've been working on this project for the past few weeks. Well, I mean, in a way, it's been the past 3 months, but I sort of took a break from it while I was working on other stuff. But I guess it was more that I didn't have a time in my regular schedule to work on it. But then I decided to start working on it on stream on Wednesdays after the premiere. So anyways, the basic premise is this is the site for 2 hour album challenge. I should put some music on. Let me switch over my listening setup too, because I hate wearing earbuds all night. Oh. Why do I have that open twice? plug that in there. I should really like have a list of music that I know I can use on stream, because I keep forgetting. I keep like looking at this list and being like, what should I play today? And everything that pops up. I mean, nothing pops into my head because I know so much. But at the same time, anything that does pop into my head is not something that I'm able to use on stream. But here, let's do this. And I feel like it's not going to be long enough, so let's do a that as well. All right, I have a new cue. And it looks like the music is coming through the stream. Awesome. So anyways, as I was saying, the basic premise for the project that I've been working on is, here's the site for the 2-hour album challenge. This is something that Ben put together quite quickly, so that we can give people something to, give a link to send people if they're interested in the challenge. And there's a link to the Discord, or Ben Burns' Twitter if you want to participate. A bunch of other questions, links to our previous challenges that we've done, current theme. But this is built very statically. To update things like this challenge theme is changed, Ben has to do this manually. And this is actually out of date. Ben, update it. This should not be here anymore. That should be changed. And this isn't saying anything bad against Ben. This is just that Ben's one person and he doesn't always have time to change this. That, along with some other things that have been in my mind, such as this Google form. This is how we submit. Once you finish the song, you submit it here. I want to put that into the central website. I want to make this kind of stuff able. I want moderators to be able to change that, not just being. So we don't have to rely on Ben to do it. Can give him a little more help there, and things like that. So I've been sort of figuring out how to do this. I've been wanting to learn how to make a site using Node.js. I forgot where I am here. And this has kind of been my experiment to do that as well. Because I took a tutorial, but it's hard to really learn until you do something practical. So this is me doing something practical. I need my database server up. So yeah, let me pull up my, actually I'll pull up Adam as well. My picture's always been a weird one, this one here. I like it, and there's something I'm not quite sure. At the same time, it's not my favorite thing in the world, and I don't know why. But anyways, I have my to-do notes up on my other screen there now. And what I have, the next thing I have on my list is to clean up a client-side page loading socket code. Because when I started out this project, since I was experimenting quite a bit, I just sorted through things wherever the hell it seemed to make sense at the time, which is not what I. It became very messy very fast. So I just put up my Be Right Back screen because I realized that this is loading the wrong project by default, and the project that it loaded is something that I'm doing in my own time because I'm not sure that I want to reveal this code yet. I might want to keep that one secret. So yeah, I just loaded the correct project now. So yeah, frame.html. I don't know what I have open right now. So connection.js, that's... Oh, that's on the... it's one of the ones, it's one of the files that's loaded by the web page. That's loaded down here. This one here. And I think that's the big file that I really still need to clean up. Oh yeah. Because if you look at the way I did it here, so this is when the server receives a message through the socket. Since this relies on WebSockets a lot, it checks so there's a page, and if it does, then it asks that page to deal with that action here. So I want to do the same sort of thing as that in the client side, because this is going to get very long, especially if it has a list of what to do with every single action in the world. I don't want that. So I'm just trying to look at my code here. Bar connection. Apparently I did that as a class. This is everything. I should log into this server so I can actually get to the database. 2hack admin. This is the thing with only doing this once a week, because I forgot what the fuck I did. Go. There we go. Right, so apparently not. Oh yeah, then there it is. So this is all pulled from the database. That's just sample data for now. Leave the fallen, fend for yourself. Right, so we got it initialized there. Cold and broken on the ground. The leaves are falling. And where are the... Oh, there's the content. One December, when I was so delicate. Let me put a folder here called Pages. So that would be kind of like this content folder here. No, I don't think that's right. I think that should be... No, that would be right. I was trying to figure out what would be the best way to organize this that makes sense. Because, like, I mean, there's many ways you can organize it, but I want one that would make sense most to me. That wind is blowing quite bad out there. Script. Frame. Right, so script frame homes, that would be an asset here, so actually let me frame page home, just to sort those a little bit more, even though not really, just to visually sort it, visually make it something a bit different. Frame page home. And I have this this set up so that these little short names are just basically remap into big long file paths that I didn't really want to put that whole thing in a source tag, so I just shortened to that. So frame page home. That file is at client pages home.js, and it is of type text JavaScript. In the winter, your fingers froze in shabby clothes. Another year in Hollow Grove. Right, so there's that file there. So now I just need to make it so that okay, where's this? That's here. So if actually, where would I have this code that sends this? That would be here. Your fingers froze in shabby clothes. Another year in Hollow Grove. Content. Dot load. Okay, so that's where it sends. What does this send? Oh, that's that. Okay. And this is. There's no gravity. Oh, okay. In your orbit. There's no magnet that was in your heart. The one restriction was the friction that was keeping us a little too far apart. So I want the page key. Why fight it? I was secretly delighted. Wait, no, I don't need that. We'll start off with just ignore the timer. I swear, I think it's if I don't stop the timer before time runs out when I'm actually doing the 2-hour album challenge. I think that's when it starts up again. But it was sort of the thing that it's one of those things that I just programmed in like half an hour just for the sake of having it before desert. They're stinging, but I'm singing like a fool, 'cause you're as sweet as a banana split. You're sticky like a hippie in the summer. You're like syrup in the slushy tray. Right, so this is on the client side, yeah. So when it receives an action that says load page, it loads the page, but if it receives an action... Where is this load page details? Oh, I think that's in here. Actually, let's just do baby steps, okay? Let's do a script here. If you have a choice, ID equals page script. I heard I can do this, so I'm just giving this a test. But when where's the navigation? There it is. When I load page details here, this receives the data from the socket. So if we've got content in there, like it's just called that. Because I couldn't call it this. Okay, so this is what happens when it initializes too. Okay, so before that, I want to say if. If script in data and data at script. Then I want to say, I wonder what this is. Page equals null if the page exists. That's just to do that. Okay, so this actually should go here. This is just to load the script. So we say the element with this ID here, the attribute of source will be data at script. And then I need to actually send that script. So here's where page is. Okay, so just one last thing here to check if there's in the pages file, if there's a script in the page. If script in page and page at script, script equals null. But if it does exist, then script is equal to page at script. And then we'll send the script here as well. Really hate putting too many arguments in a function, but I think it's necessary here. And so she awoke. So now that we got the script here, we can send the script back through the socket. Script. Script. So that means that here, when we load page details data, that sends it here, and now we have script in data, and data should have actual script. So we can, and that will just be this key here. So we'll set that to the source, and then that should map to this file here. In her bed, she'll tell herself over again. So let's see how that works. I'm not alone. I guess I gotta inspect to see if it actually worked. Source, frame page home, it did work, awesome. But does that actually load any function? That's the next question. And I'm hoping it does, because that would make my life real simple here. To make this house a home. Because then what I can do is can I check if a function exists in JavaScript? Check if function exists. Okay. If type of... So essentially this whole block here is going to go bye-bye. Because we're going to say if... How'd they do that? Type of... I'll call the function initialize page equals function, then initialize page. Boom. Say no more, cause you back your stores. And then function initialize page will be in this file and in this file only for each of the pages that have one of these script files. So there'll also be one of these for current. There'll also be one of these for submit, especially for submit, I guess. And this is where we're going to write the code. It's in one of these files. To send. And I'm stumbling past like a trembling mouse on the lawn. What is that? What the fuck is that? Shit. What actually is that? How the fuck did I define that? Is it really sticking around from there? Just as hard as it can. I should just say connection.send, shouldn't I? Oh, Mallory. So this is the kind of thing that happens when the home page is loaded, and when home's loaded. For now, we want this to load. All right, so let me try this. Yep, fail. What? Why? I mean, good to see how that looks, but not yet. Connection.send. Did I forget to send the restart this? I don't want that slash there. As much as it seemed like it was working. Oh, Mallory. You're a snake in the grass and I'm stumbling past like a tremble. Page home. Alright, so let's breakpoint that. It's not getting here. Crap. Whoa. Let's breakpoint that. Type of initialized page is not defined. Crap. Set source. Script source. Face to face. See if I can find some quick help here. Okay, let's see. What are you doing here? Run away. They say it won't last, you move along, and then we're moving too fast, it won't be wrong, 'cause we are like invisible light in the dark. Loud, annoying, and very annoying is live. Massive answer that's probably a little more complicated than I need. It's too specific for that case. A burlap sack and go. Because it's set that. Actually, I should go back here just to watch it. Alright, so it's nothing. And then I'll step over. now it's there. But unfortunately, it has no idea what an initialized page is yet. You have to create a new script element with the source and then add it to the HTML. Oh, so just setting it doesn't work, is what I'm getting. Okay. Well then, let's try that. So let's set this to a span instead. Or even a div. I like div just because I use it a lot, I guess. So it's kind of weird putting just that in the div, but you know. Sometimes I make weird code to make weird things happen. Where? No, there it is. PageScript dot HTML. Then I gotta type the whole thing. Script src is equal to. Oh, that's the wrong language. That should be a plus and not a dot. It's in PHP. Oh, you put a dot there to concatenate strings. It's kind of weird, but I've gotten used to it so much at work. And my other PHP project. Oh, let's close this. Then I think... Yeah, I can't self-close scripts, unfortunately. I wish I could. Oh, ran away. Boom, page is not defined. There is light. Oh. Right, so this here, but that happened somewhere in here. Struggle with my callous thoughts. This isn't a connection. What does it say? Page is not defined? Where do I use page? I don't see it. I bet it's in here. Or... it's behind somewhere. The new is something real, something true. Okay, but let's just check. Probably because I killed that thing. Because that's where I define page. Initialize, no, that's not what I want. JQuery, that's definitely not what I want. I want to see that. And we'll see that there's a forest for the trees that is smaller than the sum of who we are. With a whisper or a shout, the voice will shake you in and out. Apparently I can't view that in the inspector. So, alert, hey. Restart that for the hell of it. Okay, so it is saying hey. I smacked my mic there and I'm sorry about that. Release me. There's water in the creek and I will wash away my sad defeats and start this all anew. Okay, so I figured that out. I think. Yeah, I did. So now it's just my own logic that I need to figure out. Oh, right. That right there. That right there is my problem. That's where it says page. But we know page is home here. Little tomcat. Aha! Clouds in the horizon and a chill on the breeze. Synchronous XML HTTP request on the main thread is deprecated because of its detrimental effects to the user's experience. For more help, synchronous XML HTTP request on the main thread. Am I doing that? I am, aren't I? Won't worry about that for now. I want to see, can I do connection here instead? I can. I think I prefer that. Because the connection is that there. Right, so this is now moved into its own file that's specific for that page. So now this will deal with loading the correct script. Oh, you know what? I should do an else here. To clear that if there's not a script. Or else when I go to a different page, it will still be there, and I don't want that. It will end up doing an initialized page, and then that will just end up with, in this case, uselessness, but in other case, it could do some really funny things. If things happen to match names and whatnot. Right, so that's cleared, and I go back to home. Why did that not go back to home? Little tomcat, don't let me down. Right, let me create the submit script. Submit.js. Add it to here. Script. Frame page submit. Add it to here. I just promise you won't stray. All that I need is some dirt and a seed, and I will feed you till the summer blows away. In certain bigger applications, I might sort this a little bit more, but I know that this only has like 5 to 10 pages in the end, so I'm not too worried about it. Nope, that type is text JavaScript. And then I'll actually do an initialized page here. Just alert. Hey, submit me. Okay, so there's nothing there. Just why is it fucking up? I should oh, that's why. Cannot use operator in. Cannot use in operator to search for send path key in null. Error? What? Hang on, what's that? Error during action processing. Processing. This is why I keep my keep all my little console error messages all different, so I can just a tiny little bit different. That way I can type the exact wording that it gave me and figure out where it got thrown from. So apparently data was. Oh yeah. In here to see. A slave to some philosophy will somehow make you free, and you will be so gladly handcuffed. Core actions is /actions. Do I need data there? Yeah, I do. Because what I need to do is check the data, that there was actually a message. I'm not quite sure where to do that yet. Just gonna figure out my logic. But let me see if I can test this. Home. Oh, the thing's shut down. Right, so got that. Frame page home. Nothing. Unexpected token. Brace. You fucking dumbass. How did I make a function? How do I make a function? Oh, there's foobar. Function. There we go. That should work a little bit better. But it did load that. So frame page submit didn't get loaded. Hey, submit me. Let's go back home because I don't really have. So frame page home. Nothing. Frame page submit. Hey, submit me. Nice. So I think I'm gonna commit that, just like that for now. Hey, it's the instrumental song that's different on the instrumental version of the album than the lyrical version of the album. Because that little drum beat is in the lyrical version, it's actually put at the end of the previous track, and in the instrumental version, it's not. So it can be used a little bit easier in videos and whatnot. I think it's pretty clever. Client navigation. Okay, so loaded page specific scripts and initialized using them. I just want to make sure, because I'm pretty sure it is, but you know, if I delete that, it doesn't yell at me. No, it just does that. Which might be my fault. I feel like it is, because it just, it's new, right? I'm gonna do something about this too eventually. Ah! Sorry, I forget how loud it is when I slam things down on my desk. Right. So go back home. Volume 6 is currently in motion. Actually, we just finished at Volume 7. Okay, let's see what other... Right, I wanted to do this. So how did I do this on the other end? Because I want this... I want all the cases that have to do with home to go in this home.js, all the cases that have to do with submit to go into the submit.js file, rather than everything going in this central connection file, except for this. So I think I'm gonna do that by look at oh, this here. Connection in socket. If there's page in data, and the actions is here. Actions.act.
You were the darkness, and I was the light. But nothing's the same since the horrible night when Gemini fell from the sky.
Oh, that's the wrong file. Right, so there's act. So if page key in pages. Right, so it's sent along the page.
Gemini fell from the sky, and I held you so
Close like a angel in a delicate frame that you
streak through the sky in a flame, while the writers and
but when I load a page,
pens in a flurry to capture the glimmering rain. But the beautiful glow was the end.
okay, so when I send it back, I want to say page key. Where do I send? Actually,
Joined at the hip, our bodies connected,
oh no, it would be
separate. But you started descending, and slowly we split. When Gemini fell from the sky.
oh, anything we do.
My arm and I lent you a hand, pulling like hell just
Content
to get you
download.
to stand. But the forces of nature were great.
Has that. So what is page? This is page the page key? I think it is. But I want page key. So that would be when we do. So we're gonna have to remember to do that for every action. So the only action we have so far is this one here. List themes. So basically, yeah, when we send this here, we're gonna have to specify that this is for home. Page key. Or can I do this on the client side? Or is that too easy for a race condition? Do we know what page we're on right now? No. Page key is home. So now when we receive it from here, or now when we receive it here, we can say same sort of thing as here. Yeah, let me just put some space there. If page key in data, passengers stuck in a driverless truck as the oncoming headlights approach. And I think yeah, so this is the core actions, I guess. But I guess it's a little bit different down here. Do that. You know, I'd rather that be in a different file. Invalid core action received. So I can now remove that from here. Oh, this is the wrong way. Also, there we go. So if there is a page key in data, and all the blackbirds flying everywhere, Let me add a file here. Actions.js. And I'll need to add that here. I used frame actions. Apart. Forest for trees. Oops. Client. Oh my god. Actions.js. So that's the core actions. That is of type text JavaScript. There's no more pages in this book. The epilogue is written in the dirt. And essentially this here. Where's X? There it is. Goes in its own function. Act core action. But I need the entirety of data. And does load page details? Yeah, if I include that in frame after navigation, I guess I gotta do it before connection, so the connection knows that it's there. Frame. Shit, what did I call it? Actions. So if this is a core action, which is where my cursor is, then I should do act core action with data. And it will know that exists because that's where it's called and that's where it's defined. And then actions will need to call something that's defined here, so it should know that it exists. By the earth. Oh my god, my timer's counting down again. Oh wait, no, yeah, that's what it always does. The air. My broken timer. Right, so if it's not a core action, then we do this line again. If act page, that's if type of act page is equal to function, else console dot error. I should check if page key is actually something. Here. Page data at page key. Could not start. Could not find act page for that. It's in the console, so that's fine. But here we say act page data. And then that would be in here. Function act page. And I need data. But yeah, and that would go another copy of this. Switch data action, and if the action is list themes, because we know that we're specifically talking about home now. Invalid home action received here. Then we also gotta go here and change the action here because we've now specified that it's home here. I think I just worked some magic here. Let me just make sure I clean things up, which I did not. And I will also make sure that data is an array here. But I'll do that after I test this. Aha! And this one here should cause an error. Nope. Oh, because there's nothing actually that comes back from it. If something was sent back with the page key of submit, and it goes to submit and it's like it has no idea. Then okay, wait, does this actually work? Indicates erase conditions and stuff. Oh, not quite. Because if somehow it were misaligned in that this page key is not the correct, the one that's loaded into here, then that would cause all sorts of weird things. So what I'm gonna do is when should be a pretty simple solution. Thinking outside the box, if I could find the code again, it's probably in navigation, which I closed. Navigation. So when we load the script right around here, actually, we can do it after that. Page script, data at, probably doesn't need to be here, it could even be just be in a hidden field or something. It seems kind of weird putting it here now, but anyways, the point is page key will be do I have that? Load page details. Oh shoot. That's in the core actions. Content load. Shoot, I don't. Wait, what is page? Do I actually even use page anymore? Oh, you know what? That was one of the things that I deleted. In that commit. Right, so I need to do this before the initialize, just to make sure. If page in data and data at page. Right, so page is equal to null, or this page is equal to blank. If page and data and page is equal to data at page, and then we can set that to page there. So now that I've logged what's actually there, I can go in here and say, you know, we received a page key. And we also check if data at page key is the same as the page that we have set in the script. Right. Restart that for good measure, and it completely breaks the fuck down. Unexpected token semicolon on connection 23. Yeah, that is very much unexpected. Fucking goof. Wait, no. Goddamn goof to the line. To the rodeo song. Right, so it loads that, which is actually, I guess, what I wanted. Something's not right because it should still... I should see the data here, I think. So let me just I wonder if I can connection here. What was I looking at before I got sidetracked? This right here. Actually, I want to see... I should just do an alert there. Alert of that. Undefined. Home. Undefined. Home. Home current submit. So the reason it's doing it twice is because the first one is for oh, actually that shouldn't go there, should it? The first one is for the core action of load page. So let's check that once we know that we're looking for a non-core action. And let's not error if that's false. If that, else don't worry about it, moved on. Because I don't want the else to pretend it's core action either. That's not my intention. Dust on my screen. Right. It still looks long, but it's once I started adding more actions, I'm gonna be glad that I just cleaned that up. So let me restart this. Oh, just for good measure. Go here. Go here. Go here. Okay, for some reason when I go back to blank, it's not working. That's a different issue. I thought I'd fix that, but apparently not. Let me see, is that... Okay, it's just when I'm going back to blank. Good to know. But first, let me commit. Separated page specific actions into their own files on client side. Boom. Committed. And let me just do a quick little if here. If is array data. Yeah, there we go. Console.error. JSON did not become array. This is a really weird. Message.data. Yeah, I'll check that on the server side as well. Oh shoot, I can't. Fuck. Is array. Oh, okay. Apparently I'm being complete overkill with the jQuery there. Data. Just to make sure. Else console.error server received JSON did not become array plus message. There we go. Let me just array.isArray there. Reload node thing. It fucked off. Server received JSON did not become array. You lie. Oh, that's not an array, is it? It's an object. Actually, you know what would be better is that. I think, right, JSON.parse check if valid. Maybe I just mean overkill altogether. You know what? If I notice this problem again later, then I'll worry about it then. Because I think I'm chasing a problem that I kind of saw something semi-related and it's not actually a problem. So yeah. Push 10. Why 10? Did I not push last time? So clean up client-side page, loading socket code. That's what I just did. Oh, I want to fix fix back button going to slash. But before I do that, I'm going to run upstairs and refill my water, so I'll be right back. Okay, I have more water. And I want to click that. There we go. It still had the old half-fuck code loaded. Right, so if I do that, I click back, it fucks off. So see if I can figure out why it's fucking off. I can't breakpoint there. That doesn't work. Frame, navigation. There it is. So I guess it would be here. Actually, let's start the breakpoint there. State is null. Well, that would explain half a thing. Why is state null? Let me see. Where do I push state? Right here. Oh, fucking Christ. Why do I have that in an if? Yeah, okay. That's exactly what's going on there too. So I put it in an if so that I can, because if there's nothing, then this will just throw an error. So instead, let's do path key is equal to fuck all. But if it's in data, then it is data at path key, and then we'll use that variable instead. Now that's some good code. There we go. Reload all that. Got that, got that, got that, back. The fuck? Or not. I remember fighting with this last time. Except it was different last time. So we're there. Somehow it's going forward again, and it shouldn't be. Inspect. So navigation, that's where I am. Just refresh that. Right, so path key is nothing. Path is slash. History push state. Then I should probably put a breakpoint here too. I'm gonna go there. Let's just put a breakpoint here. So path key is current, which is right, which makes path slash current, and state as page current. Awesome. But then when I go back, it pops that. State is a thing. Load page again. Step into that. Page is nothing. So show load page. Oh, right. I see what's happening here. So when it goes into here, it I got it to just not send the path key back. I thought I was being clever if I'm loading a page again, which is what this was trying to prevent. But it doubled up on what it meant. It had ended up having two different meanings. So what that means is I'm going to have to go into here. Into here, I mean. So response should always send path key, except I'll send it up here. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Path key is data at load. Oh. Put it there just to make sure that it's actually a thing. But also have this if statement here. Say response store path key or storing history, I'll call it. Actually, you know what? Let's say path key. We'll always send that. Why do I keep doing that? I'm not doing PHP today. But we'll say load in data. If that is a thing, then data load, else it'll just be nothing. And then we can say store history. Store history in data and data at store history. True, false. And then just drop those two. Then it also means when I go down here, where would that be? Store history, show load page. And then we'll change this to store history, change this to store history. And then here, I guess I might as well do this whole thing. If store history in data and data at store history is equal to true, essentially. Then we do all that. So, we started all this. Boom. Actually, let me just close the tab and start all over again. We're there, we're there, we're there. Go back to here, go back to here. Awesome. Here, here. Okay, so that error happens on the stats page, which it shouldn't. That should be a 404 instead. Also, that. Oh, it's not getting to the point where it's setting the history. That's why. But that's a different issue. So let's stash page doesn't 404 gives bad error instead. because the stats page doesn't exist yet. And probably won't for a long time. Right, so fixed back button not going to slash root. Right, so error during action processing. I feel like I've searched for this before and then tried something that was oh, okay, I understand. That's why this is happening. If data else that would be a 404, but I feel like I've done it in panel 404 somewhere else. Not there. This page did not wash the butt. If the layout is null. And where is send called from? It'll be somewhere down here because it's the server side. Send page key script. Data content. Right, so all these do that. Where does this is Node, right? Yeah. Connection. Oh wait, but why is it... So normally you would get to the 404s once it goes into here. And it's not because data is... Cannot use in operator to search for load in null. Oh my god, it's not even here. What is null? So it must be action, load page, load stats, store history. Yes, so that would go down here. Core actions act. Core actions is this one here. And then it would figure out that action is load page. So it would go to content load, which is content. So here all of a sudden data is null. For load in null. Console.log hey data come on. Oh, it's in US mode, this way. Alright, so do that. Fuck. Why did that completely break? That shouldn't have happened. WebSocket is already in closing or closed state. Oh. Hey, object. Hey, object. Hey, object. And then that. But let's console.log here. Heya object here. Heya object here. Heya object here. Oh, right. Heya object here. Okay, so it's somewhere later. Okay. It's saying it cannot search for load. Yeah, no. Layout is equal to null. Console.log there. Okay, so it's after there. There's an in there, but that's searching for layout. Console.log hi1. We'll just do all these hi2. Console.log hi3. Just to get sort of an idea of where this is happening. Restart that. Oh, wait. Here. High 4. It's after high 4. I wonder if it's in the send. It might be in the send. Wait, where was high 4? Oh yeah, that's wrong. How did it get anywhere near here? Because that should have broken down long before it even got to high 4. It should have taken another path. So, let's see here. What actually should it have done? Which one specifically? It's not even in the pages JSON. So that should get here. Console.log page key in the fuck? JSON.stringify pages. Page key in pages. True, else false. What did that do? Oh, I need to reload this thing. Current. Oh yeah, I know that's right. Stats in. Oh. Wait. Yeah, it's false. It says false. Therefore, you'd think it wouldn't get here. it should go here. Wait, hang on. Let me check. If I go to just stats, it should go here. And then it does that anyway. What the fuck? I wonder if I'm reading that from current on accident. So let's see here. So console.log, it went here, and then in send. Oh. Oh my god. I see the problem. That is so fucking stupid. God, I'm a moron some days. Right, so I adjusted this function signature so that there's a second argument is script, and I adjusted how it's called here, but I forgot to adjust how it's called in the other places. So everything else should send null, actually. As the second argument. Yeah, because what was happening was data is now the third argument, and the third argument there was null because layout is null. So everything was just offset. So now if I restart this. Okay, go here, go back, go here. 404, this page did not wash its butt. Git. Nope. Git. Fixed 404 pages causing server-side error instead. There we go. Oh my god, it's 9 o'clock. Okay. Fix back button, go into slash, did that. Right. So I got a bit of energy left in me, so the next thing on my list is to go in here. My password is password, don't steal it. Just make sure that I have these set properly, which I don't. Maybe I do. Yeah, I do. No, I want 520 CI. Hush. And then, yeah, that's wrong. I want the table to also be that one there. Go. And Eno to be, I think, yeah, that's the one. And I'll do the same thing here. Operations. This is the kind of thing that I always forget about because I'm used to it being set up properly, and in this case it just wasn't. Right there. Boom. So now when I create a new table, I'll just call this submission ID, because that's the next thing I'm gonna be doing is the submission form. I don't have quite enough energy to do this tonight, but actually maybe I'll try. Nah, I better not. I still have to work tomorrow. But yeah, so the next thing that I'm going to be doing is the submission form. So I might as well get that database started, I guess. And it's a good way to test that I set up the database properly this time. So now, what was I trying to do here? I want to pull up the this thing here, just so that I can copy the fields. Song link, varchar 255. Oh, I want this to be AI. Name varchar 255. Artist varchar 255. Actually, let's do this title and then artist. Let's call this one file. And I want, let's say 15. Probably too many still, but Discord username, varchar 255. Lyrics will be text. Website, varchar 255. Lyrics being text just because they can be quite longer. Streaming, varchar 255. Recording, varchar 255. And that's a link again. And then, say, added user ID will be an int 10 unsigned, and date added will be an int 10 unsigned. And then we'll say save. And it did do all the right stuff here. Yeah, Sir Lancelot is live. It's good. It's like Guitar Hero, but it's 2019. Okay, been a while actually since I tuned into stream. Yeah, it does this every time. But yeah, so I just wanted to create that database table just to make sure that's right. Then I'll export that so I can commit it properly. Let's just do the structure. Create table, don't create the view, don't create a trigger, go. Shit, I wanted that for the whole database. Hush! I don't think I set up phpMyAdmin properly. No comments. Yeah, I want to create the table. Oh, create database. Right, okay. Yeah, that's a sign that it's time for me to eat the fuck out of here. Install show an explorer. I'll just replace that file. I do that in Windows Explorer just because the replace doesn't really work well here. Right. So let's see the changes here. Yeah, got that. Row format equals compact. Oh, I didn't want the auto increment values. Whoops, that was my bad. Hush. Yeah, turn that off. Turn that off. Those are still off. Awesome. Crap. Now the second one. That name. Show and Explorer. Where are you? There you are. Alright, so I'll just rename that to hack. Replace. Now I don't have the auto increment values that are basically off my test data. Oh, why is that wrong? How'd that happen? Oh, you know what? I forgot you need to actually check that box when you do that. Go. And then submission should already be correct. Yeah, okay. So let's try this again, shall we? Export. Custom, don't need the data, don't need the comments. No auto increment values. Boom. Replace the file. Go back in here. Oh, replace the file. Yeah, Latin one gone. So I should not see Latin anywhere in here. Cool. Updated database coalition. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. That's the wrong window. Collation. Fuck that word. And such. And added another table. That's okay. Close all those. Push that. I'm gonna pause CA14 as much as I love this album. Wait, what song was playing? Figure 8. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so before I end the stream, I'm just gonna play the 2-hour track challenge that I premiered one more time. Shut down all my stuff first. I typed the wrong password there at first. Exit. Jesus Christ. Where would it be? De-export probably. Let me grab my earbuds so that I can hear it properly. So this video that I'm about to play is the video that's actually going up on YouTube on Saturday. And usually it exports fine, but you know, I like to double check just in case. And I figure it's a good chance to play it one more time. Let it play out the ending of the stream. So yeah, here it goes. Sounds pretty good so far. Yeah. So, that said, thanks for watching and hanging out. That's going to be the end of the stream once this song finishes up. I'll be doing artwork on Saturday, actually. Because it's just a little tradition I do whenever I do a 2-hour album challenge. I like to draw some sort of picture that's somewhat related to my song. Yeah, so that's going to be Saturday in the afternoon Mountain Time. If you want notifications for that, you can follow me here on Twitch. I do also post announcements in my Discord. There's a link below the stream, or type in the invite code that's on top of the screen right now. But other than that, I'll see you around, and have a good life.